HVAF has been here in Indianapolis since 1993. We started as a transitional housing only agency, and we had one house with room for 5 veterans. Thankfully, we've expanded over the last almost 30 years, and now we're serving over 1,300 veterans every single year in our housing programs.
How prevalent is homelessness in Indianapolis among our veterans?
Veterans are much more likely to be homeless than non-veterans, and that's the case here in Indianapolis as well. In fact, the point in time count this year, 13% of those experiencing homelessness were veterans.
And what is the contributing factor? What causes, if there is one, if there is a general theme, if you will, what leads to that with our veterans?
Sure, there are many factors that a veteran might fall into homelessness for. Unemployment is a big one. Substance use, mental health, and physical health challenges are also really prevalent among the veterans we serve.
So we are standing in the food pantry.
We are.
Tell us a little bit about how this works.
So our food pantry is open every Tuesday and Thursday, and this is a great way for others to get involved. What you see is all donated food. We rely on the generosity of our community to help feed veterans who are facing food insecurity here in Indianapolis. So every Tuesday and Thursday, the pantry is open. It's also run by volunteers, which is another opportunity for people to get involved. And veterans can come as many times as they need during the month because we know, especially now, food prices are higher and veterans are needing more assistance. So we've got a variety of non-perishable items. We're also grateful to have a freezer and refrigerator so we can offer dairy and meat items as well.
That's great. If there's a veteran out there watching and needs the help, how do they come to you? How can they get this assistance?
They can just walk in any Tuesday and Thursday from 11:30 to 2:30, bring a verification of their service, so that might be a military ID or a veteran's ID from the VA hospital, get checked in our system, and come to the pantry.
What about some of the other programs? I mean, we know that there's more than just the pantry. We know there's more needs.
Absolutely.
Of our veterans.
When veterans fall into homelessness, I think of it like a snowball. So, maybe a veteran loses his or her job and they get behind on their child support and they can't get to work and they lose their license. And so we want to make sure that we offer as much assistance as possible to give veterans the best opportunity to get back to the life they deserve to live. So in addition to our housing programs, which we have a wide spectrum of housing, we've got temporary transitional housing. We also do rental assistance out in the community, and we have permanent supportive housing. So we're a landlord, and veterans can move into our apartments and stay as long as they need. All of that comes with case management because we know housing is not the only answer. But we also have an employment program, so we can work with veterans who are looking for a job right now, or we can work with veterans who are interested in kind of switching up their career and want to invest the time for additional training and skills for a new career. And we also offer legal assistance. We partner with the Neighborhood Christian Legal Clinic, and they dedicate an attorney half-time to be here to work directly with our veterans on civil issues like taxes, bankruptcy, child support, all of that. Because again, homelessness is not just a lack of housing. There are often many other things going on as well. And then our food and clothing pantries are open to any veteran as well. We want to set veterans up for success for the long term. So just immediately placing in housing isn't going to do it. If they don't have income to support it, if they're not linked to mental and physical health care, we're just going to delay some of the problems that will come up later.
How did you come to this position? What brought you to HVAF?
Sure.
Your story, I guess, a little bit of that.
So I'm relatively new in this position. I've been the CEO here since October. So just, I guess, 9 months now, maybe not new anymore. I've been at the agency, though, for almost 10 years. And before that, I worked for Senator Lugar for 10 years, and I was his Military and Veterans Affairs Coordinator in the state of Indiana. Always been really passionate about serving those who serve our country. So when the Senator retired in 2012, I wanted to continue in that work, and HVAF was looking, and I was able to join the staff here as their first sort of public policy person, and then just developed over the years and got promoted in the fall of last year.
That's awesome. Do you come from a background of veterans, like a family of service members?
My husband is currently serving in the Indiana National Guard, but yeah, my stepdad's a veteran, my grandpa's a veteran, my brother is, my nephew's serving, so I guess a family of service.
We are here today at the Streamathon to raise lots of money, but what are the other ways? You've mentioned a few ways that the general public can volunteer and help specific to the food pantry, but what are some other ways individuals can get involved? Maybe they don't have money to give. or what other assistance does HVAF need?
So we're always in need of more volunteers. As I mentioned, the food pantry is completely run by volunteers every Tuesday and Thursday. That's a big commitment. We don't expect everyone to come every time, so even if they can just come once, that would be really key. But we also have volunteer opportunities for large groups, companies that want to give back at all of our properties. We have 121 transitional housing beds and 47 apartment units that all need help. So whether that's mowing the lawn or planting flowers or painting or whatever there's volunteer skill set is, we're happy to have it. And then again, food donations are key, especially in the summer months. People are really generous around the holidays, and then they kind of forget that people in our community are facing hunger every single day. So food donations in the summer are really key. And then obviously funding. We can't do this for free, and I think our veterans really deserve our assistance when they fall in hard times.
Food donations, do they just bring them here to headquarters where we are?
Yes, absolutely. We're open every Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. They can pull over right in front of the building and we'll even unload the car. It's as easy as can be.
And then if they want to get involved in other volunteer opportunity, like I love the idea of mowing grass, how do they get in touch with you all to sign up for that?
Visit our website, which is hvaf.org, and there's a Get Involved tab there, and you can sign up, and our team will follow up with you and get you scheduled for a volunteer opportunity.
Somebody who is on the fence about getting involved or making that donation, what advice would you give them?
I would say, we just celebrated 4th of July, where we, commemorated our freedom and our independence, and that's thanks to men and women who serve our country. And unfortunately, men and women who serve our country are much more likely to be homeless than those who don't. And I really feel that we have an obligation to care for those who willingly volunteer to serve our country, who are prepared to die if needed. When they come home, they shouldn't have to struggle. So I'm really honored to work at HVAF, knowing that we're a safety net for men and women who serve our country, and we need our community support to be able to be here to do that.
That's a way to thank them.
Absolutely.
While they're still with us.
And a gratitude that they absolutely deserve.
100%. I'm sure it's hard to say which one is most important, but do you have a favorite program? Is there, or a favorite memory or something where you've really seen the impact?
I think the best way to see the immediate impact is here in the pantry. During COVID, it was really interesting, and I'm super proud. We never closed. We never missed a pantry day. We just moved it outside so veterans could come and still get the food that they needed. But during those times that were hard for everyone to find food, it was especially hard for those facing homelessness. And I remember we had a gentleman come and he was like, listen, I'm living out on the street. I just need some food. So I ran in here and packed him a bag of several things, and I took it out to him, and he said, actually, I just need a couple of things. Keep the rest for someone who really needs it. And it broke my heart. But it really shows how important our mission is here. That even when people are hungry and living out on the street, they're still thinking of others who they think are worse off than they are.
Is there anything that I haven't asked that you would love to highlight or give a shout out to?
Sure, I would love to encourage everyone to go to our website, hvaf.org, sign up for our newsletter and read our blog. We feature veterans every single month that have been successful in our programs. And we're also sharing information about our needs and other things like that.
I love that. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.